Dr. Elena Martinez gazed out the expansive window of Helix Biotech's underground research facility, watching the artificial lights mimic a serene sunset over the fabricated landscape. Nestled deep beneath the Earth's surface, the lab was a marvel of modern science, designed to push the boundaries of genetic engineering. For years, Elena and her team had been working tirelessly on Project Genesis, an ambitious endeavor aiming to weave hybrid DNA strands capable of eradicating incurable diseases. The sterile halls buzzed with subdued excitement. Whispers of breakthroughs floated among the staff. Holographic screens displayed sequences of complex genomes, while the hum of advanced machinery underscored the symphony of innovation. The world above remained oblivious to their secret quest for a medical utopia. The turning point arrived on a quiet evening when a seemingly insignificant anomaly appeared in the genetic code of test subject UNCR42, a patient named Marcus who had been battling a terminal illness. The gene manipulation had, astonishingly, cured him overnight. Elation swept through the lab as Marcus showcased unprecedented health and vitality. However, beneath the surface of his recovery, the glitch began its insidious work. Unbeknownst to the team, the hybrid DNA was unraveling, rewriting his fundamental biology at a terrifying pace. It wasn't until Marcus collapsed during a routine checkup that the severity of the situation became apparent. His skin shimmered with iridescent scales, and his eyes flickered with an otherworldly glow. Panic surged as the medical team scrambled to contain the unforeseen mutation, but it was too late. The aberration had begun. As the hours passed, more patients exhibited alarming transformations. The containment wings echoed with agonized screams and the sounds of bodies contorting into grotesque forms. Security protocols failed one by one as the aberrations, now possessing enhanced strength and primal instincts, broke free from their confines. The facility descended into chaos. Alarms blared, while flashing red lights bathed the corridors in an eerie glow. Dr. Martinez and a handful of survivors navigated the labyrinthine passages, evading the monstrous beings that once were their patients. Communication lines to the surface were severed, trapping them in a nightmare of their own making. Each corner turned revealed scenes of destruction. The culmination of their hubris materialized in twisted flesh and shattered glass. Amidst the turmoil, Elena convened with the remaining scientists in a secured laboratory. With time slipping through their fingers, they pooled their collective genius to develop an antidote. Tensions ran high as moral dilemmas surfaced. Questions of responsibility and sacrifice hung heavy in the sterile air. Some argued for the destruction of the facility to contain the threat at all costs, while others clung to the hope of saving the afflicted beings they felt compelled to heal. As they toiled, the aberrations grew more organized, their mutated intellects adapting alarmingly fast. The scientists fortified the lab's defenses, knowing that a final confrontation was inevitable. Elena, driven by a profound sense of guilt and determination, volunteered to deliver the antidote directly into the central ventilation system. A perilous journey through infested corridors. The climax unfolded as Elena navigated the treacherous path to the core of the facility. Clutching the vial of antidote, she confronted harrowing encounters with the creatures, her former patients whose eyes flickered with remnants of humanity. Each encounter tested her resolve, but compassion steeled her nerves. Reaching the ventilation hub, she initiated the distribution sequence just as the aberrations breached the lab's final barriers. A tense standoff ensued, but as the antidote dispersed, the creatures began to convulse, their mutations receding. The once deafening cacophony of destruction gave way to a haunting silence. Exhausted and wounded, Elena watched as the grotesque forms reverted to their human shapes, unconscious but alive. Relief washed over her, tempered by the weight of the consequences they all would have to face. In the aftermath, the survivors tended to the recovering patients, the facility now a hushed monument to the perils of unchecked ambition. The outside world remained unaware of the catastrophe narrowly averted beneath their feet. Dr. Martinez stood amidst the ruins of their grand endeavor, grappling with the moral implications of their work. The quest to cure the incurable had led them down a path fraught with unforeseen ramifications. Committees were formed to assess the future of genetic manipulation, emphasizing ethics over expedience. Elena and her team vowed to rebuild, not just the facility, but the foundation of their scientific pursuits, this time with humility and profound respect for the delicate balance of life. The shadows of their creation served as a poignant reminder of the fine line between innovation and hubris, a lesson etched into the very core of their beings.